The Team Red Bull has emerged as the most dominant team in the current racing season by winning the first 3 races. The team's driver Max secured pole position in the Bahrain and Australia races, while Sergio Perez won the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Max has found himself in a rocket ship once again, making the car from the previous year look even slower. During the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Max Verstappen started from the 15th position, but managed to pass every driver, even Fernando Alonso in his Aston Martin, which was the only competition for the Bulls. Max finished P2 around 5 seconds behind his teammate. Then comes the most chaotic race of them all, the Australian GP. During qualifying, Sergio Perez faced issues with his brakes, which caused him to lock up and get stuck in the gravel, resulting in him not setting a time and starting from the back of the grid for the race. These issues were similar to the ones he'd experienced during the 3rd practice session. However, his teammate Max Verstappen was able to secure pole position and started at the front. At the start of the race, George Russell made a stunning move to overtake Max Verstappen and take the lead. However, Verstappen was quickly overtaken by Lewis Hamilton, who put up a strong defense against the Red Bull driver. Ferrari had a stroke of bad luck as Charles Leclerc collided with Lance Stroll and Ferrari got beached and the safety car was brought out. Charles was out of the race. Sainz, on the other hand, up to P5. As the safety car returned, George had an excellent getaway yet again, with Lewis and Verstappen following in that order. The DRS from Russell helped Hamilton keep the very fast Red Bull at bay. The race was disrupted again when Albon crashed, prompting a safety car. Mercedes and Ferrari made strategic pit stops, with Russell and Sainz getting new sets of hards. However, the race was red flagged due to gravel on the track, causing George to lose his advantage and fall to P7, and Sainz to drop to 11th. After the red flag caused by Alexander Albon's crash, the race resumed with a standing start. Hamilton briefly took the lead, but was quickly overtaken by Max Verstappen on his rocket ship. Even though Max had a bad standing start, he was able to get on the lead quite quickly. George Russell, who'd been in the lead before the red flag, suffered an engine failure and retired from the race. Verstappen continued to lead the race, with Hamilton and Alonso battling for second place. Carlos Sainz had a good climb up the field to P4, but faced some difficulty from Pierre Gasly in the Alpine car, which gave him a tough time. Despite that, Sainz eventually managed to overtake Gasly on lap 25. Perez, with his rocket ship, was able to climb up to P7 as he was able to maneuver from the back of the grid without any strong efforts due to RB19's strong speed advantage. Lando Norris was the only car that gave him a little tough time, but Perez eventually overtook him. The race was relatively stable until lap 54, when Kevin Magnussen clipped the wall, shearing the tire off his wheel. This effectively ended his race and brought out the safety car. Although because of the debris, the red flag was brought out and the cars came in. 56 of 58 laps have elapsed, with 2 laps to go after the imminent restart. This posed a possible threat for Max in the Red Bull, as he didn't get a clean getaway in the previous 2 starts. This was an opportunity for Lewis and Alonso to maximize and catch the championship leader off guard. Max's getaway was miles better than his previous 2 on the restart, as he kept clear of Hamilton, and chaos ensued behind them. Sainz tagged Alonso, spinning him out as he dropped down the field, and Gasly went into his teammate, knocking both cars out of the race as they collided with the wall in what would have been an amazing result for the French outfit. Gasly, till that point in the race, was running P4, and it kept Sainz and Stroll at bay the entire time. However, it was a racing incident with no malice, as Gasly didn't see his teammate on the right and assumed it was clear. The race was red flagged. As a result, Sainz was given a penalty, and that saw the grid order move up, which meant Perez was now in 5th position, just behind Lance Stroll. It was a mammoth effort from him as he climbed the field from a pit lane start, indeed a testament towards the speed of that Red Bull. As a result of the race being red flagged before Sector 1, the standings from lap 57 were reinstated. The race was to end behind the safety car as they went out on their formation lap. Max finished P1, regardless of all the chaos that was involved in the race. He kept himself well aware of any possible danger and drove a fantastic race. He did lock up in the second-to-last corner one time, briefly going off as the champion reported brake locking problems. But that didn't make a difference in the end, as he adapted to the car to bring it home clear of the field. Can anyone hold a candle to Red Bull at all this season? We sure hope the likes of Mercedes and Aston can, but that'll have to wait till the next time they race at the Baku Street Circuit.